Well, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Modz, and today, guys, we are doing our Sunday weekly catch-up. So, it's Sunday, which means it's actually Father's Day today, so it's the 18th of June. So, for us here in the UK, it's Father's Day. I'm not too sure about anywhere else in the world. But, yeah, so happy Father's Day to everybody out there. I have my two sons, so it's Father's Day for me too. And yeah, it's been a very nice morning. My eldest and youngest did a barbecue for us, so we've been enjoying that, and it's been a very nice morning. I haven't been, well, I've been told not to lift a finger unless it's in this room. So okay, I'm in this room. So yeah, it's not been a really too bad of a week really. Last week we had a few deliveries come in, which is fantastic. I think one of them first deliveries was Rossi. So yeah, that came in. We got the issues we should have got in pack 10, and in pack 11 we got the issues to carry on. But I did notice a discrepancy between it because I'm not one of these people who just gets the issues and throws everything away. I do have a folder and it does have all my invoices in it for the Partworks. It's just a way I keep track of when things have come, what date they were invoiced and whatever. I do have a spreadsheet as well on the computer, just to tell me when the money's gone out the bank, when things have arrived, how much, you know, it's just to keep an eye on things really. And yeah, there is a bit of a discrepancy between what we got and what the invoice says. So the invoice is saying what we should actually be on if there wasn't, I don't know whether it was a cock-up or it was a thing they had to do in order to, because the numbers are different to what the magazine numbers are different to the parts. The issue numbers for the Rossi parts are ahead where the magazines are behind for some unknown reason, and whether they've decided to extend it. So I don't know whether that's a problem. That's why they had to do what they did, which was send 3 issues in the 80s. But if you actually look on your invoice is telling you what you should actually be on if there wasn't that incident or that problem. So the invoices don't match to what we've got, which is fine. I mean, I know what I've got, you know, but it's going to be pretty hard. If I have a problem, I have to ring Diego Steen and say, well, no, hang on a minute, I've been invoiced for this, and this isn't what I got. But I just don't see the point in probably ringing them, because I'm probably just going to get the answer of, oh yeah, it's worked out like that, we'll be sorting it out on the next invoice, because that's probably what I'm going to get. So I'm just going to leave it. But we have done last week, basically, I made sure I did all the recordings for this coming week. So that, you know, I knew we had to go out yesterday, we had to go see my wife's in-laws. And then today, obviously, I didn't want to be rushing around doing bits and pieces of build, just wanted to take it easy. So all this week's issues were recorded last week. Normally I do them at the weekend before the week starts, and that's just easier to get them up because, you know, there's various live streams going off during the week and it can be hard to get some build time in. So if I broke it down and did it last week, it was okay. So the Rossi bike's coming on nicely. We are starting to put the the framing around the sides of the engine, and that is really working well. Like I said, I did get my next 5 Rossis, and it's a lot more pipes. It seems to be a lot of pipes on this build. So yeah, that's good. That really is good. Also last week Julie received her next lot of doll's houses as well, so she's going to be working on them. What else did I receive last week? I know I received I received issue 65 of the Titanic, which did go out last week. Obviously I had a bit of a problem when they sent me the issues, so I said this last week, I got 2 issues of 66 instead of 1 issue of 65. But that came, which was more or less, that was built straight away and went out on the channel more or less straight away. I think it was the day after that I released it. I think by the time I'd done it, it was quite late on, and I thought, well, nobody's really going to see this to watch this at this time of night, so I'll wait till tomorrow and I'll release it then. So yeah, that's all came in. So we're back on track with that one, which was great. So instead of the Titanic on the Monday last week, we had an extra one of the camper van, which was brilliant. And that's coming along fantastically as well. We're getting some nice big chunks of metal parts at the moment, and it's coming on. I mean, what I'm liking now is we're getting to the stage with the Mura, with the Rossi, and with the camper van, is we're getting to a stage now, and I think even with the Titanic, we're getting to a stage now where things that we've built previously are actually going on to the models. So one example of that is we've done the Mura last week and we did the seats. Now we got the first seat in issue 3. And we're in the, well, we're 6 months in because I'm on pack 6. So 6 months into the build, and we are 12 months into the build because it's on a 2-year thing. Pack 6, and we're finally putting the seats in. So things are starting to come together in the build, which is really, really good. And it's starting to all sort of come together. The DeLorean I haven't started yet. I've actually got the issues over there, and I am actually going to try and start some of that today. I need to get back into swing of that, especially with the model itself, because I haven't worked on it in such a long time. I did have a few issues I did get from Eagle Moss that I sort of waited on, so I got 93, 94 that I got from Eagle Moss that I've still got to do. I kind of waited on them because I just wanted to sort of see what would happen, and then obviously the business with Fan Home, but we all know that story. So that's basically what has been going on with the DeLorean. Like I said, the roster's coming along. The camper's coming along nice. Like I said, we are starting to put bits together. The one good thing about the camper is the issue numbers we're getting are starting to make sense with the issues that we of parts we're getting, because we were getting some things. It was like, don't use them. Wait till tomorrow. Wait till the next issue, and it's incredibly frustrating when that happens. So that's really been coming along. I think last week it was that I released the coming soon video, and that is for the Michael Bay movies, Optimus Prime. So for those who don't know this, and it is, everybody knows it out there. So if you don't know, I'm just going to put this microphone closer to me. There we go. So if you, probably better. If you don't know, we have got 2 Optimus Prime builds out on the market at the moment. So we have number 1, which is out currently, which is the Agora. Optimus Prime, and that's based on obviously the 1980s cartoon series that again I watched. I'm an 80s child. And then we have the Fan Home Optimus Prime, which is based on the Michael Bay movies. Now after weighing up the options of having both of them builds, I decided to go for the Fan Home one. The Fan Home one just looked a little bit more impressive to me. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the Agora one, but it just looked a little bit quite more impressive to me, and I really wanted to do that. My people in this house, they don't remember the 1980s cartoons. They relate more to the movies, so that's why I wanted to do the movie one. It's just the choices that you make. So that is coming soon. That is really coming soon. Now, next month, we do know that we've got a few things that will be coming out. So, Ecto 1 will start to be dispatched from Fan Home next month. Now, I'm still waiting. I've still got quite a bit of wiring work to do on the Ecto 1 and the soldering work. And I'm picking a day when I've actually really got nothing to do that. Because it's going to be a lot of rewiring work. But that is coming out in July. It just depends how much it's going to cost to do that, to finish that build off. I really do want to get it finished off. I really want to get it done and out the way. And that just to complete the build, I've got this thing of, yes, I've got the bits for Partwork upgrades to finish the roof box off, but I've got this nagging thing in my head. Sorry, it's chucking it down outside. I've got this nagging thing in my head that's saying you need to finish off the magazine version, and it won't go away. The only way to shut it up is to sort it out. So, yeah, we do have that coming up in July. As well as the Enterprise D will be released by Fan Home as well, coming up in July. Like again, as I said this every week, it's nice to start seeing a lot of people's models coming out of that have been shelved. People are starting to carry on now. I don't know when any of these are going to be released. I have not got a clue. I don't know when Ecto 1's going to start being shipped. I don't know when the Enterprise is going to be shipped. I have no clue whatsoever. Normally, when things are shipped, it normally takes, for me, it personally takes about 2 weeks for something to come. So you're talking about 10 days, 10 working days. Excuse me. You're talking about 10 working days from that shipping date. So I think it was last week or the week before. I have had confirmation that the Optimus Prime has shipped. Again, I've got to wait 2 weeks after that. I've also been told that the camper van has been shipped. Again, I've got to wait 2 weeks after that. So it is a bit of a waiting game. Majority of what I was expecting to come in the post has actually come in the post, so which is great. So that was the Titanic, and the Rossi was due in the post as well. The Miura. Now the Miura, I believe, have I got one coming next month? I don't think I have. I think I've got one this. I've got the ones for this month and next month, and I think it's the month after. I've got the issues, but I can't actually remember. It just comes when it comes with the Miura. But you see, the thing about it is I'm trying to build and catch up as much as I can. That when it does time for us to move, which could happen any day for us, you know, we could get offered a property and it could be a case of, right, you've got to go see it within a few days. Within a few days, you've got to sign up, and then it's a case of it's a couple of weeks to get out of here. Now, if that's the case, then, you know, I'm wanting to get as much up on the channel as I can, then I can release it manually from my phone without having to go on the computer or without having to build something, because I'm going to have to reset everything up in a new home. And that leads me on to something that I kind of touched on it at the beginning of the year, but it's kind of something that sort of hasn't been mentioned for a while, and that is the train track. It's not something I've forgotten about at all. At all. The train track will be coming. It's just now it is definitely not going to be happening while we are still here. The reason for that is to set up a train track. It's cost. You've got to do it to wherever the size of the room that you're going to be doing it in. Depends a lot on the layout that you're doing. Now, if we're going to have to move, which could be, like we said, it could be in a few weeks, it could be a few months, it could be next year, there is no point in doing that at the moment. I might as well wait and see what space we've got in the new place, and then we can look at setting it up. I am hoping to goodness that we get a decent sized loft, and that is where I can do the new layout, so I can go up into the loft and build it up there. I can't do it here. A lot of people did ask that when I said about, yes, I do have a train set. Yes, I'd love to do a layout, but it's a little bit hit and miss. Basically, I can't do it in the loft for here, and the reason for that is we've got asbestos in our loft, which is fine if it's not disturbed, but it's not great if it do disturb it, and I don't want to run that risk. So there is that. I'm just going to stop recording for a second because it is absolutely chucking it down out there, and I'm having a couple of glitches in here, so 2 secs, guys.
A few moments later.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. So if it rains and the lighting changes in here, then I have to sort it all out, so I've had to put the main light on, and yeah, it just messes with the camera. So yeah, things start, OBS starts going, don't like this. So yeah. I'm hoping we do get the Optimus Prime next week. That's my hope anyway, because I really want to get that, to see that. I'm going to sort out finishing the graphics for it today, hopefully, later on. And I'll get onto something as well while that might stop me. But hopefully we'll get on for that. But the clip I've obviously done is coming soon to the channel. Now, unfortunately, because of the music I used on that, it got a copyright. It got a copyright warning. It wasn't a strike or anything. So that actual video is not monetized. That one I'm actually making no money on it whatsoever. I haven't monetized it because of that. So there should be no adverts in it really. Now, there has been some speak of the new monetization rules for YouTube, but I'm not too sure what they are. A lot of people are saying it's now 500 subscribers and some or other, but I really don't know. I really, really don't know what the new criteria is. My subscribers have been on the up, which is brilliant though. I did get to a point where when I wasn't releasing the videos, I was losing subscribers like nobody's business, but the back up on the up, which is great. And hopefully we can, I'm hoping maybe 3,000 by the end of the year. I don't know. I don't even know if that's even possible. So one of the things which I'm going to say to you, which is why it might stop me from doing the graphics today, is I've been involved in a lot of live streams at the moment. Now, I'm not saying a lot that I'm on a live stream every single night and stuff, but I'm on about obviously working on the Trumpeter Titanic, the plastic model kit. It really has opened some doors for me in a sense of I've been able to work on that on some live streams of other plastic model people. Which I kind of I was in before that came along, but not hugely in because I wasn't really doing a lot of plastic model kits. I was mainly Partworks, and there was a few kits I was doing, and but with the Trumpeter Titanic, it's enabled me to go into quite, because it's a lot of work involved into it. I'm not gonna down that at all. There's a lot of work that has to go into that Trumpeter Titanic to get it to where I want it to be as a model, and to get it to the way I want it to look. There's a lot of hours that are going to go into that, but I've been invited onto quite a few different live streams. So last couple of weeks I've been on Lindsay's Builds live stream on a Thursday, working on it, which has been nice. And I've been meeting other people as well from the plastic modelling community, which is fantastic. And it's amazing how your channel grows differently via that. So obviously you see my channel's gone through so many rebirths, I've lost count. So we started off as a sci-fi channel, and that was doing the X-Wing, which is mine's still on the wall. It's still okay, no problems with it. I don't ever switch it on or use the electrics in it, but these models you don't really tend to. The Millennium Falcon not so long ago I did replace the batteries because they'd leaked into the battery box, so I cleaned all that up. Got them all working again. I don't think I've switched that on again since. Same with the DeLorean. It's strange in the sense of, if I was to go around every single thing in this room and switch it on before I did a live stream, it would probably take me a good 15 minutes, because then I'd have to switch on the Millennium Falcon. I have to switch on the X-Wing. I've got some lights above here that I'd switch on. I've got some sort of lights that I have in the Trumpeter Titanic that just shine through the portals, just makes it look good. I've then got to switch on the DeLorean, the Terminator. It just takes time. It really does. It's like going around with 1,000,001 remote controls. I just wish there was this button where you could just go into a room, press dirt, and everything comes on. Invent one of them, and I'll be happy to put everything on in here, because yeah, but I just don't think I'd be happy with the electric bill, because I could see the meter just going absolutely completely crazy. And gone in the 80s when you used to stick magnets on them. So I can probably see it going a little bit crazy. But it was hard last week to work through a lot of things, and that was because of obviously the weather we were having, which was absolutely scorching. I'm not a person that deals with heat very well. I never have been, never since I was a kid actually. I've never dealt with it well. I suffer from sunstroke or heat stroke quite a lot. It's something I thought I'd grown out of, but then I had a few incidents when I was an adult with it. And then I've actually suffered this week from it. So I believe it was Monday night. I must have overheated in bed. Must have been too hot in the bedroom or something, and I woke up Tuesday and I was absolutely lousy that day. I really was. I could hardly breathe. I was aching all. It was like I had the flu, but just no cold symptoms whatsoever. I couldn't move muscles or anything else like that. Also added on to that was hay fever, and the tablets that I take don't agree with the tablets I normally take. So it's either suffer from hay fever or suffer from the effects of taking to not have hay fever, which is completely different. So it hasn't been the best. So recording, I managed to get everything done, but it's a good job I didn't have a lot to do because of what's been going on now. Luckily, come this weekend, it's dropped a lot cooler and stuff, but heat stroke for me, it just, yeah, it affects me really badly. So as others are loving going out in the heat and enjoying the gardens, I'm normally the one that sat in the shade or sat inside going, I can't go out there. If I have to go do shopping, I'm up at 8 AM in the morning, out the door, get the shopping done before it even gets warm outside. So that's the way I have to do things like that. Yeah, it's not the best. Not the best at all, but it's just something you learn to live with. So next week, well, like I said, all the recordings for next week are done. So they'll be out Monday. Obviously, this update video, we're out today. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we will have the normal builds. We'll have the Titanic, we'll have the Camper, we'll have the Rossi, we'll have the Miura. Not a lot going on with the Miura at the moment, I've got to admit. It's very, very slow. But that might be due to me down now to just put it back to pack by stage by stage issues. So it is a little bit slow on that one at the moment, but it is going well. But I am trying to build up what I've got and then I can release it. So sometimes I don't know how YouTube works, because sometimes you will. Okay, so I upload a video, I upload it private. Then I have to change it to unlisted to share it with all the Patreons and channel members. So that goes to them first. Obviously, they are supporting the channel, so they get to see the videos before the week starts. They'll get to view them to their pleasure. But it's really strange how it starts, because a video gets released, you get no such and such released a video, but then sometimes you look at it and think, oh my dear, that was done 5 days ago. How can it just be released? It's strange. I think sometimes it goes on when you've uploaded it, or when you changed it from private to unlisted. So sometimes you might think, oh, that was alright. Yeah, it just released 3 days ago. Did I miss that? I don't know. YouTube is a strange world to be in. A very, very strange world to be in. Something I'm going to be looking at this week and today is I'm going to be looking for some merch on the channel. I don't know. I've always been a bit funny about merch. Yeah, it's a great thing to do, but I don't know. It's a little bit embarrassing, really. I don't know. You turn up to an event and people are wearing your merch. You're a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. It's a real. I'm gonna try it anyway. I'm gonna try it, and if people are wanting to get something, then yeah. So I'm gonna try and go for the usual T-shirts, maybe mug. Maybe that's it really. Just T-shirt and mugs. I don't think there's anything really out there merch-wise that people want extra or would use. So I am gonna have a look into that today. I did a while ago look into it. I did set it all up, but I just don't think I was knew what probably knew now, or know what I was doing last time, and I don't know how all that's gone on. Plus, fact, obviously, I've done 2 rebrands since then, with channel graphics. I'm happy with the graphics I've got now, and that's exactly how it's going to stay. I do like the 2 M's and everything else like that, and that's just basically how happy I am with it. Anyway, enough of me wittering on for today. So I think I've covered everything in the last week. What's going to happen next week? Hopefully I'll have a little bit more entertainment next week, and hopefully some of the stuff will turn up that we are hoping for, which is obviously the Optimus Prime. Fingers crossed for that one. I'm not too sure how soon I'll do that from getting it. I do need to talk to Kev at the Nexus, because we're talking about doing something about it with issues 1 and 2. Yeah, I think it's a case of just watch this space on that one. I don't know whether we might do a podcast or a video or a live bit. I really don't know. I really do not know how we're going to do that, but I'm sure we will look into it. So I'll do a normal update video next Sunday. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I've got a family do the night before. Yeah, I don't go wild at least. I'm not that. I used to be like that, but I'm not much like that anymore. Yeah, all being well, and hopefully we'll have a nice fun week of building. I'm going to try and get more undone on the Trump Titanic, because again, that is just so slow at the moment. I'm not seeing much progress on that one because it's so much hull work. I've now done all the portals, that they are done. I've now just got to work the hull, remove bits, fill bits, and just get that ready for priming. Once that's ready for priming, I'll be a happy person, and then I need to start looking into some of the kits that come for that. So there is the rear planking for the ship, so where you have the stern of the ship. It's not very good on the trumpet model, but there is some sort of photo etch plating that goes around that simulates what it would have looked like. And also there is the wooden deck that I really want to look at as well. With that model, so a lot to come with it. It is a labour of love, but I'm still loving it. Anyway, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit that notification button and be notified of any future videos. If you want to support the channel, there is a Patreon down below. There also is channel membership. You get to see videos earlier. The more I get of people wanting to come on board with the channel, the more I can do with you guys. Hopefully I can start doing some merch. Maybe I can start doing some giveaways. I don't know. I just want to try and move the channel further as much as I can. But I will say this, as for always, guys, stay safe and bye for now.